I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer Great One. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
I woke up this morning having my coffee, and I love the human brain just because, like, lightning will strike just out of nowhere. Whatever happened to the epitomal douchebag? That's why I have a picture of a man with a man bun there. The epitomal douchebag fad of the barefoot shoe. I had to look it up. Like, what the hell was that called? I guess it's called the five toe shoes. Out of nowhere, just whatever happened to that? I'm out hiking. I look around. I don't. You would see it. You would see these creatures' footprints out hiking, and there would be and it would look like a bare foot. And like, oh, I should smell patchouli and hair bun product here around here pretty soon. And I remember it being pretty much a lifelong hiker when those barefoot shoes came out, the toe shoes came out. All the latest, the cool the hipster cool hikers. Not the hikers. You can't just go and hike and enjoy. No, the cool hipster hikers all came in like a bunch of middle-aged fucking postmenopausal women. Actually, they say, I'm like, this product has been on the market for 13 minutes, and you're already telling me, like, well, it actually builds up the strength. You're going back to your ancestral home. You're going back to when the first humans were running on the Serengeti of Africa and they were chasing the antelope. You see, they didn't have shoes back then. I just like because why? But shoes were pretty quickly invented. They had sandals. Jesus had his Jerusalem cruisers going on. If the Son of God is wearing shoes, maybe that tells you something. So that was it. Then, you don't understand, Aaron. I only do it. And I noticed a strong correlation between people that had the toe shoes and hair buns. Just, dude. You're like not your regular people that smoke pot recreationally, but like the pothead cultists. Dude, you don't understand, man. Like every fucking hipster, every fucking hair bun, every fucking millennial man. I'm not gonna put you zoomers. Sanctimonious, know-it-all, douchebag, millennial hipster. You don't understand. I have a master's degree and I grew up in Brooklyn. These are like just a square that just all you are. Let me tell all you now, you millennials, you're in your 40s. Like everyone pulled out all their support now, and now you're actually forced to be an adult. You, the bullshit you guys believe, the bullshit, and now are you aware? Oh, what's a personal budget? Oh, you mean work? Oh, I can't just. You don't understand. How's that working? Anyway, so I said, what happened to that? Because I know, despite all the propaganda, my hiking buddy, you don't understand, man. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You understand, you millennials were no different than the boomer hipsters. Just boomer or millennial boomer version 2.0 of the hippies, right? You understand that, right? The people you hate the most, you have become them. They're like you've except like Luke Skywalker still chose at the end to be on the good side of the Force. He saved his dad. You guys went full fucking dark side. Well, we're not like that, man. You understand, man. It's peace and love. So common sense to me, there had to be injuries. There had to be. There was no way because it's not around any. I've never seen these gross foot shoes anymore. So I did some research, and we're talking over a decade ago, or a decade, yeah, over a decade in this case. Study Vibram, and I'm not slamming on the company that manufactures. This is just one of the brands of them. I think they just like, yeah, you want these shoes, we'll make these shoes. They made no claims or anything like that. Study Vibram 5 fingers lead to greater risk of foot bone injury. Imagine that now. I know you knew everything, hipster man bun wearing douchebags. I knew you knew everything, but this is about 2 years, 3 years after it came out. They do a little study here, and can you imagine that soleless shoes with your little fingies or toesies can get greater risk of foot bone injury? Who would have thought running a bare rock with this much little rubber? It's going to make my ankles stronger, man. And I guarantee you, there's going to be some cultists in the discussion, in the comments. You don't understand. Hey, take another drag of pot. Ward Cleaver is the coolest man in American history because he was an empiricist. He wasn't this like cultist fad, not even clout chasing, just hip fad chasing douchebag. Well, geez, it's just common sense. You should get a good night's rest and not run on rocks with bare feet. In a 10-week study, 10 of 19 runners who transitioned to doing some of their mileage in Vibram 5 fingers showed signs of foot bone injury at the end of the study compared to one of the 17 runners who continued to do all the running in conventional shoes. For the study to be published in Medicine and Science and Sports and Exercise, researchers in Utah divided recreational runners, average age 26, weekly mileage of, 26, and now they're 37. Hey, you're adults now. How was that? Was that cool, dude? We're going out to Moab, man. We're going to save douchebags who go to Burning Man. Dude. Intro 2 groups. One group was told to continue their normal training in their conventional running shoes. The other group also continued their normal training, except they started doing some of the running, in the Vibram 5 fingers. None of the study participants had previously run in 5 fingers, and none had been prevented by lower leg injury from running at least 3 days a week in the 6 months before the study. The 5 fingers group followed a conservative transition plan based on one offered by, at the time of study, early 2011, on Vibram's website. Yeah, and now, in fairness to this particular company and other research, they're not saying switch 100% tomorrow. Like, you got to ease into it. Which, yeah, I'd say so. I want to know who is sitting there. There's a meeting, they're at the, what should we do? Hey, these guys are growing hair buns. What's uglier than Crocs? What can be more douchebaggy? What do we tell them? Just tell them it's back to the earth, man. Whoa. That square over there, girls, who's like studying engineering and isn't going to have student loan debt and make $150,000, be able to take care. You don't want to hang out with that square, do you, chickie babe? I voted for Hillary, man. Suck my dick. Oh, wait, there's a little bit of crusted mushrooms that fell on it from last night, but I'm totally cooler than that square over there, man. Oh my God, why is my life in ruin? I'm just sitting here in my popcorn. By the third, okay. So here's the regimen. In the first week, they did one short run, 1 to 2 miles in the Vibrams. During the next 2 weeks, they added another short run in Vibrams each week. That is, by the third week, They were doing 3 runs of at least a mile in Vibrams. After the 3rd week, they were told to increase the amount they ran, and fighters felt comfortable with the goal of replacing 1 short run a week. God almighty. It was okay. It was a methodology. The start of the researchers took MRIs of the runner's feet. That's Western medicine, man. Well, I can't afford a house, dude. It's part of the white male patriarchy with your MRIs, dude. Fucking douchebags. At the start of the study, researchers took MRIs of the runner's feet. The MRIs were repeated after the study. There were no differences post-study between the groups in what the MRIs showed about the runner's soft tissues, Achilles tendon, plantar fascia, etc. The bone readings were another matter. Wow, banging my feet against rocks without cushioning had an effect. No, thank God we got modern science. The MRIs looked at bone marrow edema or excess fluid in bone marrow in several spots of the runner's feet. Assessing bone marrow edema is a common way of looking for bone injury, as the swelling in the bone marrow can indicate a protective response to injuries. The researchers used a scale of 0 to 4 to rate the bone marrow edema, with 0 indicating normal bone health and 4 indicating a stress fracture. Edema in 25 to 50% of the bone was considered a stress reaction, with the 2. Okay, just give us the data. I should slam on this because it's actually a pretty well-written and thorough article. This is Runners Quarterly or something. By that measure, the researchers considered 10 of the 19 runners in the Vibram group to have a foot bone injury at the end of the study compared to 1 of the 17 runners. So half. Written by Scott Douglas. I'm shorting it because I wanted to get to a different article. So there you go. There you go. And then I found this Wikipedia entry, which I know is not truth. It's Wikipedia. Health effects. Barefoot running, which is similar to running with 5 fingers on, appears to decrease the risk of ankle sprain and plantar fasciitis. If not conditioned slowly enough, especially when transitioning away from heel strike running or from wearing shoes with an elevated heel, the sole of the foot or plantar fascia can become inflamed or damaged with the activity. Also, due to overtraining or incorrect form. See, now you gotta ease into it. You gotta run the right way. You gotta do. But I heard that they say if you smoke the doob, it doesn't hurt as much, and it's actually good for you, man. Well, I need a student loan bailout, dude. But I voted for her, man. I'm at the age where you saw those cool kids who were like, whatever, the druggies, the suppliers, the booze guy, the party. They're all fat fucking losers. Also, due to overtraining or incorrect form, runners may experience Achilles tendonitis or see, doctors are just, they got knots in the stomach the way I pronounce these things. Achilles tendonitis or metatarsal inflammation and fractures, overstriding in Vibram 5 fingers. And by the way, I'm not even, could be any of these 5 fingers. It's not Vibram. That is landing with the foot too far in front of one's hips. The amount of auditing you have to now do in your own hiking adds extra unnecessary stress to the calf muscles, Achilles tendon, and the arch of the foot, which can lead to serious health problems if not addressed. One study found a greater number of new wearers of 5 fingers showed an increase in bone marrow edema. That's the one we talked about. It recommended transition to use of the shoe be very slow and gradual. Lawsuit. 2012. It took a year and a half. An initial lawsuit was filed against Vibram over claims made about 5 fingers minimalist shoes. Vibram claimed that the shoe reduces foot injury and strengthens foot muscles. The claim was based on Gert Peter Brueggemann research accepted at the 2005 conference for the International Society of Biomechanics. While Vibram has expressly denied any actual or potential fault or liability in May 2014, it was announced that the company had moved to settle a lawsuit and agreed to set aside people. Here, I would side with Vibram. because your client, look, when you sell the douchebags, they're going to sue you. Okay. Hey, man. The cool, popular thing that we had all of 13 minutes of existence didn't work the way you said it would, man. Going to sue you. Agreed to set aside $3.75 million to repay refunds of up to $94 to anyone who had purchased the product since March 21st, 2009. There you go. Yeah. I just wanted to point out, because I remember that was a little bit more specific to my personal interest with hiking, where, oh, hey guys, it's the new thing. Look, $70 pants and $1988. They're called Cavariccis. You're a douchebag if you don't wear them. Oh, look, this is a Varney France shirt. It's $30 and $1988. You too are also a douchebag, and you should go to college because everything. By the way, you should all vote Democrat because for the little guy, look how well their policies do in the black community in every major metro. Wow, you just didn't do it right enough. You didn't vote hard Democrat enough. Be nice and be yourself. That'll get the girls. Be sensitive to all this fucking bullshit you guys are being lied to. And I can understand if you're a younger millennial and your parents tell you and the teachers tell you and okay, all right, I get that. Like, yeah, you should be able to trust them, and they were misinformed and they're liars and some were politically motivated, like all your teachers. Hey, I can't say it. Can't say it. But hey, we're going to remove the sole of your shoes, and that's going to strengthen your ankles and your foot health. So you're practically running on bare rock. That's kind of like the male version of chakra crystals. Oh, you got cancer? Well, you don't want any of that white man, Western European science, right? No, here's some chakra crystals. Burn some incense. That'll cure you of the disease. I guess it's Operation E. I guess. Sucker born every minute. Sucker born every minute. All right, there you go. I just want to point that out to all the people that fell for that 15, 12, 10 years ago. Hey, dudes, how's your ankles, man? Let's go watch some Velma and watch people get killed by a pissed off Indian bitch. It's the greatest, man. Ward Cleaver should be he should just this steady Eddie winning the race. Everyone made fun of him. What are you, Woody June Cleaver? And look at this guy. Yeah, he sleeps. He shows up to work on time. He's a stable, reliable employee, and he can support a family. Oh, but he wasn't a fun guy, I bet, at the parties, huh, ladies? Oh, you women would kill for Ward Cleaver now. Sam Whiskey Man, most American name in America, dude. Oh, Cappy is short-splaining again. Is that what it is? I'm short-splaining. Intel Wild, $5. I think there was a study that showed a connection of five-toed shoes being associated with the pride flag. You can. Sometimes things just are. There isn't a logical, why are pot smokers typically leftists? It really wouldn't be. It's not. There shouldn't be a political. It just is. I know some conservatives and Republican types that smoke pot. Sure, fine. But it just is. It's a thing they do. Why are hair buns associated with leftists? I don't know. Why are tattoos associated with Well, I can connect that one. You're lazy and you don't want to do anything to actually become an accomplished person in life. And so your politics and your life choices reflect your laziness. And so you vote for other people's money because you're lazy. 100% true. Just shut the fuck up. It's true. And then in your personal life, well, I got to do something to get people to think I'm cool. Well, you could hit the gym. Whoa. Well, you could become hard work. You become successful in a professional career, make some money. Whoa. You could read and become interesting and knowledgeable in things like philosophy and history. Whoa, I'm just going to put a tattoo of a Chinese proverb. This is toe shoes, man. There's pot a problem in China. I just don't see. I don't see him being that stupid over there. I just don't. So I can see the co-correlation, but I don't think 5-toe shoes really has anything to do with gay rights or gay pride. Dirty Dan, $5. Tarahumara Indians in Mexico run in the mountains with tire sandals. Right. Not for the faint of heart. Those guys are almost as good as the Kenyans. Are they tall? So if they're running in marathons, you mean? I wouldn't doubt with the tire shoes. But at least they got tires. I almost guarantee you the tires have, because they don't give as much. Have you ever worn them? I've worn them. Not the tire shoes, the 5-toe. I'm like, and I just walked a little bit on a buddy of mine. I'm like, what the hell is this? Are you kidding me? Michigan expat, $2. Now do your treatise on Crocs. What, do I have to? White trash. There you go. What do you need? Welcome to Walmart. Welcome to fat ugly women in Walmart. Just imagine the nasty bacteria in Crocs. Like, oh, Dr. Paradox, $5. Operation Evil Idea. Finger shoe moves for ballroom dancers. No pots, not a problem. No, pots not a problem in China. Okay, that's what I figure. It wouldn't work in ballroom dancing because everyone, at least the rookies, step on each other's feet. It's very common. I guess what does it matter? If I said it was made from recycled unicorn farts, these shoes are rubber, and then oh my god, it's like we're doing zero carbon emission ballroom dance class. So it gets some idiot to sign up. You can't put a price on the environment. $800 for a ballroom dance class. Sam Whiskey, $2. Cappy, they are too cool for a gym and New Balance. Yeah, I ended up going with Adidas. The last New Balance shoes I got, they started wearing out immediately. And I'm a pretty aggressive hiker, but I was like, no, holes should not be forming within the first 2 months. So I got some Adidas, and they got a wider shoe. I was rolling my ankle all the time with my Under Armour. Not to slam Under Armour, it was time for a new pair of shoes. You could see the wear. I'm like, oh, that's why. So I got some new shoes, Adidas, wider ankle. No, just rolling your ankle strengthens it more, man. But yeah, the Adidas are working pretty. All right, that's it. Questions answered. Oh, link below. So if you didn't have a dad to train you in a little bit of street smartness to know that running on rocks barefoot is bad for your ankles, I have a course called The Dad You Never Had. For those of you whose dad let you get a hair bun and didn't cut you off immediately and disown you from the family out of shame and self-respect for the family name, assuming maybe your dad and mom were still married, which is an issue, of course, maybe your dad was a hippie. Dude, can you imagine a hippie father-son couple just barely getting by in life, and they're so high the entire time it'd be a comedy tragedy where they're both so high, almost like Joker, the movie, where they don't realize how bad their life is because they're high all the time. And maybe there'd be there'd be a heartwarming angle to the story where they actually love each other, but because they're just a bunch of dipshit pothead leftist hippies and hipsters, the hippie and the hipster, right? And live on government aid. And here's one where I could show where it would be an appropriate point to have strong, independent woman, not forced. The mom is the one that's got her shit together. Like, she's the one. Hear me out on this. Hollywood, you could steal this idea. You won't do it. But the mom divorced the dad because he never grew up. And he's a hipster or a hippie. And the dad and the son live off of the mom or the ex. And she's like a CPA or a surgeon or something accomplished. And these guys just like kind of go through and they don't understand. It's kind of like Loudermilk a little bit, where it's tragedy all around, but people sometimes don't pick up on it because they're pretty dense. And they could go, and the episodes could be based on these two leftist pot smoking 5-toe shoe wearing idiots. They both have college degrees, by the way, or maybe the dad's always trying to get the college degree, but the son has a college degree, so he has like this moral authority over him, even though they both make horrific decisions. But each episode could be where they try to do basic shit that the Ward Cleavers of the world just can do, like getting gas in the car, or maybe getting a driver's license, or trying to install. You could right fresh out of my ass, Hollywood. I got an idea that's better than anything you guys have come up with in 5 years. We're trying to put batteries into the smoke detectors. Like they get batteries, dude. And they get the wrong batteries. And they need to ask the gal for more money because they spent all their money on AAA batteries. They don't understand that they don't need the pack of 30 batteries. Almost like a Seinfeld, but dark and sad. There'd be funny moments. You know, the guy's got to go to his 30-year high school reunion and has to figure out the bus system. I think there's something there. There's something there. All right, is that it? That's it. Link below, The Dad You Never Had. Available on teachable.com for those of you without fathers. Your father did a shitty job because he was a pot-smoking hippie. We'll see you guys later, Toodles.